So we talked quite a bit about data and different applications of that, and we were really excited to share with you something that we are working on. It hasn't actually been launched yet. We've just raised a round of venture capital to supercharge this tool. It's still very much in private beta, and there's a sign-up list which agencies and brands can check out, and we're going to be outside. We have a booth just outside, so you can come speak to us more about it. But I just want to give you a quick demo of of what we're working on and why it's very interesting. So we talked about HaikuJAM and this app that we've built that has 1 million strangers writing short-form collaborative poems about any topic under the sun. Now, following that, we have built a tool for the creative industries that we call Inspo. And it is the world's fastest consumer research tool powered by artificial intelligence and human creativity that is ultimately designed to answer this one question, and that is, how do millennials and Gen Z feel about anything? Right? And the best way to really, show you, talk about Inspo is to show you how it works. So if we just go into the link. Right, so like I said, this is beta. So it's a product that's like 50–60% of the way there, so it's always interesting to do live demos, but super pumped to show you how it works. So the journey starts with a search, right? You obviously have something on your mind, a campaign, a word, something that's relevant to your brand. Since there's been a lot of conversation around advertising today, I've been why don't we search the word advertising? So now what's happening is our artificial intelligence and technology is crawling and analyzing all of the most recent poems that have essentially discussed that have discussed advertising. So I think it's probably a couple of 100,000 jams. The poems themselves we call jams. And now at the top, you can see just a couple of the conversations that were taking place. So the one on the left, the topic was fed up with. And the poem is politicians and their promises, lovers and their commitments, YouTube and their advertisements. Another jam, why I watch Netflix. It's so much better than regular cliche soaps and unwanted advertisements. So you can see there seems to be some negative sentiment there, some skepticism. But what's interesting is if you scroll down and look at the lexical and word associations, right? We see the word love. We see the word heart. We see the word feel, right? So what I find really fascinating about this and the actionable insight here when you go through the tool is that advertising seems to be a very polarizing thing, right? As we said, a lot of advertising just sucks. It's transactional. It feels fake. Fake is another theme that seems to be coming up time and time again when people are talking about ads. But when it is done correctly, it stops being advertising and it transcends to become something much more, right? A story, something that actually means something to people. And it feels like the world of advertising, that universe splits two ways, right? There's the worst way, which is just transactional, click-driven, which is just a local maxima, doesn't really achieve anything. And then there's meaningful storytelling. And it feels that if you can get your brand and your product in that category, then it's clear that people are very willing to not only hear that story, internalize it, and really make it their own. So I think we've only got a minute left. So this is really just a tiny glimpse of the tool. This is like a 2% glimpse of what it's capable of. But what you can see is this really deep lexical analysis to not only show you the most common words that are used around advertising, but filtering those according to what are the brands that are mentioned, what are the verbs, what are the descriptors, what are the phrases that seem to be coming up time and time again that are causing, people to emote about this specific topic. Now, why this is amazing for communication teams is ultimately, whether you're a personal brand or a professional brand, in a way, we are all looking for the right words, right, to use in life. We are all looking to create meaningful connections and have better conversations with our customers. And why this tool is interesting is because it's like having 1 million young people in the room brainstorming with you, right? Typically, we found one of the big issues in the world of marketing is that you could be sitting in a conference room with 5 guys brainstorming about ice cream, right? And you're riddled with biases. You're riddled with preconceptions. You don't actually use the platforms that you are marketing on. You're not an organic user of TikTok. You're not an organic user of Instagram, and yet you're trying to create content for it. What's beautiful about this is that you can have 1 million people in the room jamming and brainstorming with you, which is now only possible because of technology. So we're going to be outside. Would love to show you more. If you have clients that you're working with right now, concepts in your head, keywords that you'd love to get some insights around. We're going to be outside, and we'd love to show you the tool and give you some insights there and then. And if you'd like to sign up to the waitlist as well, the website is inspo.haikujam.com. Like I said, it's not publicly available, but we are looking to work with select brands and agencies to help us get the product to product market fit and yeah, deliver lots of magic for your customers. So thank you so much. Have a great day.